Kia ora and welcome back to today's video. Today I will be reviewing the HIMI Gouache 18 colour set. As you can see, this is quite old. It's got some stains on it and some paint and some stickers. I've had this for about 2 years, maybe. Like 2020 I got it, potentially. And I've used it a bit since then. Here's the reveal. This palette's a little messy. Still got quite a lot of paint left, and then there's the beautiful white that I've got another one there. So today I will be swatching and then painting this little sketch I've got here of my cat. Don't tell him now, but it's actually going to my brother in Australia. So and then this is just like a sketch from earlier. So I think there's no better way to start than to start. I have my little spray bottle of water. Excuse like all the mess. I haven't cleaned my desk yet, but that's okay. Don't want to spray too much water, but just enough so that they start working. I have this paintbrush, which is size 4. It's a Jazz Art. It was like $1.90 or $1.60 or something. But I'll just use this cheap one since it's a flat brush for the actual swatches. Little candle glasses filled with water. And so I guess we'll work our way down. So I'll just do like a water wash and then more opaque after that. The lighting is quite warm and there's also my shadow, so it might look a little different, but they've got quite nice pigment. And then I'll do a darker swatch when it dries. I think that's how I'll do it. I can't remember if they came with colour names. It's been a little while. They probably did, but it's like a basic colour selection. I just wanted a basic set since I was just trying out gouache, you know. Basically, I got these. This is like my second set of gouache. My first one was like a $10 set from like a $2 shop or something. Which honestly wasn't bad. It just could have been better, you know. I'm just changing up how I swatch these. Like, I'll just do some over here, some over there. But yeah, quite nice. I don't know if I'll find some paintings of when I've used them and stuff. Here's the white. Next line is the purple. I don't actually like the purple that much. I feel like there are quite a bit of white in it, and it's not like a diverse purple. It's kind of, I don't know, I just never really liked the purple in the set. I like how it came with the purple, just not the purple that it came with. The colour selection honestly is quite good. Like, it comes, unless you like browns and like having pre-made browns and stuff, but honestly, I'm pretty happy. I'm glad it came with like 2 whites because, as you saw, I have like barely any white left. And the greens they come with, they're pretty good greens. I haven't really changed the order of the colours, I don't think, that much since I got it. But I got it so long ago, I honestly can't remember. This is just my sketchbook, so it's not actually watercolour paper or for gouache, but it's still like shows it's like what I use quite often, so this, yeah. And I'll be using like thicker paper for the actual painting later on anyway. Oops, a little bit of green in there. The yellow ochre is quite nice. the browns are very strong colours. Like, a little bit goes a long way. Gouache is honestly quite fun. I've just never really, sit down and master it. I've had a couple successful goes, and the one, they're like all on toned paper. I've got this little rag here as well. But toned paper really does. It was so fun to use for the actual couple paintings I did, like of birds. Turned out incredible. I was like, wow, this is fun. But I haven't really had the time to just sit down and use them for a while. Oh. My brush is just, the water is easily too dirty, which is downfall maybe. Can you ask? I don't know if I can be bothered doing this actually. Like all the swatching just takes a little time, and sometimes I just want to go onto the painting. Most of the time I just want to go onto the painting. This is a pretty good rag. It's just every now and then I wash it, and it's a bit more eco-friendly than just using a bunch of tissues, which I still do anyway. But then I'll just chuck that over there, and then I'll get set up for the actual painting. Okay, set up. I've got the photo right here. For anyone who's wondering, the set costed, I think it was like about 70, 80 New Zealand dollars. I'm just mixing some colour. But yeah, it's pretty good pricing. And it's quite nice. Like, you get a lot of paint, and I was either gonna get this or a set that costed a little bit more but only came with, I think, 5 sets of paint, which was the Winsor & Newton designer gouache. And I was like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna go with this, see if I actually like gouache, and then maybe invest into some better quality gouache paints. And I'm still with using that model, so like if or when I run out of these paints, I'll probably go into the better quality ones. I was thinking maybe Schminker gouache, but I don't know where I'd find some. Probably online. But yeah, just whatever's available really. But no, gouache, especially laid out like this, is quite fun to use. Because it's just, I don't need to pour out in tubes and keep them moist and stuff in a palette. I can easily just have fun and just have them on the desk ready to be used. They are it is quite a big set though. Like, it takes up quite a bit of desk space. Like, this is my hand, it's like huge. Especially all laid out like this, like a lot of space taken up by it. So it usually is just in storage because that's where I have space for it. But the pigments and stuff, quite fun to, and like, since I have so much paint, I'm not too scared to just use it and stuff. And I know that they have lots of different types of sets. So like some pastel ones, some random colours that you don't usually see in sets. In the sets that are available, which is quite cool. And it's just quite nice. I know that they blew up ages ago, like not that long ago. Maybe longer. I can't remember. But I feel like they are overhyped, but gouache is just such a beautiful medium, and I can see why they got so much hype. And clearly they are good if people still, a couple years later, using them and enjoying using them and stuff. So no regrets. And like, this just make painting so much fun and stuff. Oh, there we go. I haven't just sat down and painted in ages, especially with gouache, so it's going to be interesting. But I've got some colours blocked out really. I'm using kind of both techniques, like water and stronger pigment loads, but see how it goes. I'll probably just show you how it turns out later, after a bit more of a debrief about the sets. But yeah, I really enjoy using the sets, and it's good that the palette can just come out like this, although mine's a bit bent. It came bent, I think, or I left it in the sun. So, but like, you can use this if you don't want to have this. So you do have a lot of mixing space. The only problem is it's not white, it's like a blue or pink, or depending on the colour of the container you get, it will be that colour mixing tray, unless it says otherwise, which can be a bit of an issue because you can't properly see the colour you're mixing and stuff, and like it makes it just mixing that much more annoying to do, because you're like, am I mixing the right colour? Nope, I'll have to just keep mixing then, kind of thing. So that's that's a downfall, but the good thing is that it is rewettable, so if it does dry out, you can always re-wet it, which is very useful, because mine did dry out at some point, and it was so easy to re-wet and reuse and just put back to normal. Just need to sit in water for a bit and then mix it up again, and then boom, it was so easy to use, and they last you so long. So you don't need to constantly go and buy refills and stuff. Like there's so much paint in the little containers, and it's just like having them already, like watercolor already there, ready to use, just makes it that much more usable. And I don't know, I love that about them. Like, they're just so easy to come back to and use. It's looking a little chaotic just because I'm blocking out colours still, and just like, where do I want interesting colours to go? But you can kind of see the pencil marks and just the process and all the colours in it. Yeah, honestly, it's fun, and that's what I love about the set. Like, it's so much fun to use and experiment with, and just try stuff and try gouache, because gouache for a lot of brands is expensive to buy from, and you want like stuff that is gonna work but not gonna cost you an arm and a leg. So this is a great way to start out, I think, using gouache. Although it is a bit hard to get refills, so like if I didn't have another white, I honestly might have just bought one from like a tube from a different set, but that could be a positive, like, or a negative. Like if you run out of a colour you really like, it might indicate that you get like an individual tube and you can keep refilling it, even if it is a different brand of gouache, if that made any sense whatsoever. But yeah, there's honestly not too much negative to say, other than it's really large, and the mixing well is like a different colour and stuff, like not white to mix on. But all those, if you can have some easy solutions, like maybe go to a thrift shop and buy a porcelain plate to mix on, or just like a ice cream container lid from a white ice cream container type thing. And then if you want them smaller, like you could just scoop out bits of the paint and put them onto like a little palette area or something, and use it from there instead of having the whole palette onto the table at once. So there are solutions, so they're not like major problems that makes the set hard to use. It just things that you do work around when using. Anyway, I'll get back to you when I end up finishing this cat, and I'll show you the final result. So the one and only model has actually walked in to see what it's up to. Oh, there she is. She's like, I know you're painting me. This is a progress shot. It's a little scary at the moment. Just ignore the music in the background. But it's getting there. It's a process. It's still looking a bit messy, but at least she's here now. Okay, we've got a little progress shot. It's looking pretty good. It's the second leg I'm having a hard time with. So I'll try and fix that up again, and then I haven't actually worked on the eyes yet, but I'll fix up the eyes and then background and stuff, and then I'll write the actual letter. But so far, like, just now the face, I'm like, wow, it's getting there. And then of course the model herself, she's actually joined me on my lap now, and she's pretty comfortable, which is good because this is going to take a little while longer. So yeah, I hope you guys are sticking with me, and just a little bit longer and then we'll be able to get done. Actually, I forgot to show you earlier, but the paper I'm using is De La Rowney postcard one, 300 GSM, because it actually has like this postcard thing on the back which I can send to my brother and write some lovely letter on the back. So it's getting there. I'll show you the results soon. Well, I have just finished. The background's quite simple because I wanted to just leave it nice and bland while all the focus was on the cat. So there it is, all finished. Paints, I loved it. They were perfect for this. Oh, Jesus, I went on an accent, lol. These are really nice to use, just fun. I didn't have any worries about, oh, I'm wasting the paint, oh, it's not working for me. Just take your time with it is something I'd recommend. Like, use it in layers. Don't use huge thick globs of it just all at once, and enjoy it. Like, don't rush it. It's just really nice to use it like as this is so bad. Just relax, let loose. A few cat hairs on it because she's still here, as comfortable as ever. And more inspirations. So I'll be sending this off soon, and for all those who are still watching, thank you for watching, and I hope your day, night, evening, whatever it is amazing, and see you next time. See ya!